On the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Locke. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Throwing is Locke. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Wide open receiver complete. And he finally goes down, but not before before reaching. The 21. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but they've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Love. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Luck now after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a handoff looking right. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Luck going for the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. A quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. Allen's first catch, good for a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Really nice pickup on first down. Leaves them with second and short, and you figure, let's go ahead and run it again. But, boy, that outcome leaves you in a difficult third down, doesn't it?
Didn't stand a chance from the start. You could tell they were going in the wrong direction. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third down, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll try the air now with Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
This is fielded at the 27. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will take over. So here come the Lions now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. Right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. An excellent pickup at 34 yards.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Lions are able to grow their lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and Turducken he always talked about. Especially when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. And now out come the Bills. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their...
Now the ball comes loose, and fortunately the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Luck now on second down. He's got it. This is Ware. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way down, and Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Leopard! They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the pop route.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Marquette King now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. That's caught by Ware. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And it's incomplete. Malcolm Mitchell out of the University of Georgia was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the off. They take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Now let's go. Green 39, Green 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing deep. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
We're rolling. 11.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
53.
Off of play action, Luck. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Play action. It's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll go on the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, it's Jackson. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that
penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. And they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference
between
that
balling.
and a pass
I know
blitz,
this week he had a 10, but I think he won his other 3. I know one of those
will
was
get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off.
He inboxed me. He said he went in the division this year.
Well, we're not
He said last year was just a preview.
Anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Back to throw.
Are you been rocking with
Pressure and down he goes.
77?
They sack him back at the 36.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
the kick by Sanders is good.
I got to play the building.
Increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points,
I
and that
just went
lines
into
this
World
thing
War
out even further here in the
4.
4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here come the Bills. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily
they got a nice passing play, but their running play ain't too deep. But their passing play is nasty. They didn't let me jump.
I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
They got, I want to say it's more it's not a lot of fancy shit. Like, I don't think they got a lot of powers. Like, I don't think they got a lot of power formations. They might have a couple in their single back. But I haven't used it since I had that team in Lenny League.
It's 1st and 10.
But if I'm not mistaken, their running plays, like their shotgun and their passing plays is nasty. Like, if you want a team with a good mix and just to switch some shit up, I always say Atlanta, Green Bay, and I'm loving this KC because KC got some read option in it. KC got some read option in there. They got some stretch plays. They got traps. They got kind of like KC playbook nasty. Green Bay playbook is really good. Atlanta playbook is like if you got a faster back. I mean, it would work with Zeke because you know Zeke got speed and power. But Atlanta got stretch plays for days, bro. I was just telling Mo about that book last night because we got Saquon. And I'm like, he don't like Philly playbook. I'm like, man, Atlanta playbook. Yeah. I run.
Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful.
Yeah, KC is nasty. I like KC. I like Indy. Only thing about Indy is it's not a good running playbook. Everything is like single back and shotgun because, you know, that's the old Philly head coach, Frank Wright. So it's like the Philly playbook basically from last year, man.
Pretty good running there, 9
But,
yards. Sets up a 31.
This drive is turning into an extended
yeah, Frank Wright, the Indy coach, his playbook is basically like all shotgun pistol and single back. It's like one I formation. It's a power I formation in it. But it's a lot of spread out type of shit in that Indiana one. New England is nasty if you got the 2 tight ends.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing
Buffalo
it
playbook is not bad either, but Buffalo playbook is just, it's weird. It seems like the quote-unquote plays, like the quote-unquote money plays aren't really money plays. They feel like weaker plays and better playbook. Like, that playbook is weird. Like, Buffalo playbook ain't terrible. It's just not great. It's kind of like the Jets playbook. You're like, the Jets playbook ain't terrible. It's just, like, nothing special in that shit. Yeah.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I tell you, on the first glance, I thought he got it easily. But the mark was not a real favorable one. As it turns out, they do give him the 1st down, but that was very close to going the other way.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Like, I like to switch it up. So, like, now, I think I'm in, like, 5 leagues. So, now, like, OTDS, I switched to KC offense and defense. OTSS, I'm running Green Bay offense now with the 4-6 defense.
Luck on 1st down. The left side completion.
What else? This other league I'm in, I want to say I'm running Green Bay.
7 yards.
I'm running Green Bay or KC, and I'm supposed to run a 4-6 defense in that league, but I forgot to run it this game.
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep them clock
in John League, I run New England playbook. But no, I think in that the LLE league, I think I'm running Green Bay. Ooh, and then in the league Brian has started, the Madden Alliance league, I think I'm running, cause I got Arizona, but I think I'm running Atlanta playbook with them.
But that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Yeah.
From the gun, here's Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Give me that pick, Gary.
Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after after it looked like they
Man, like I've been telling everybody all year, man, these 2019 niggas need to shut the fuck up, cause AB ain't spitting nothing but facts on these niggas, bro. Let that nigga AB do AB, bro. He ain't doing nothing wrong. He's spitting nothing but facts. I get it. He probably shouldn't have done it. He probably should have left it alone.
As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming
I ain't see him posting all the DMs. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on second and 8.
Like I said, it probably he shouldn't have done it, but it was nothing wrong with him doing it. And the only reason I feel like how I feel about it is like I get that, I feel you, but this is where I'm coming from with it. Like AB, yeah.
We got some other players too.
I feel you. Like, yeah, he wasn't, and I think AB, like, I think what AB is, yeah.
Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. Bust through the tackle. And still fighting. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are
Yeah, and that's why I feel like
everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. I guess the simple question.
And what I think it is, what I think it is, bro. This is why I'm on AB side. Boy, this is why I'm not mad at AB like the whole world is mad at AB. This is how I see it. So I get Juju got to defend himself. You got to defend yourself. That's rule number one. I ain't mad at Juju for that. But you know, and we know. Alright, it's like this, Rob. You know me, you know Tyrese. If me and Tyrese already say something kind of childish, you gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna let this nigga have it, cause this nigga already in the mood, and I ain't gonna fuck with him. Like, AB was already in the mood about the situation. So yeah, you gotta defend yourself and say something. But you know AB was gonna clap back with something serious, bruh.
Just on the defensive side.
But AB ain't say nothing.
There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out
like,
an opponent.
Listen, if me and Tyrese, I put it like this.
For them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Detroit, they're playing.
Well, listen, I'm gonna go like this. Like, I'm gonna do what AB said. Like, if somebody say that, I'm like, yeah, you could say that, but I got 4 or 5 rings in OTSS over the last 3 years, and this nigga was choking in the playoffs. But that's cool. And then listen, and then I get that. And then Tyrese gonna clap back like, oh, you want to talk about X, Y, Z, and I ain't show you nothing but love, and I respect you, and I thought we was family, and all this other stuff. And it's like, bruh, like, you already know this. Let me show the DM, and this nigga asked me, like, don't come at me. I don't think he really came at him. I'm not gonna say he came at him, because he didn't come at him in anything disrespectfully. But I think AB just took it because he was already in the mood. So anybody who said anything was gonna catch it. That's what I think really. It probably was. Like, I'm not saying